Have you ever wondered why a barbershop quartet has more nipples than its number of singers? Well, it's a question that's been tickling the minds of scientists, philosophers, and late-night snackers for centuries. Why do men need nipples? Now, before we dive into the mysteries of the male nipple, here's a joke for you. Why don't men have more than 2 nipples? Because they can't even handle the 2 they've got. You see, the answer to our question lies in the early stages of human development. When a fetus starts its journey in the womb, it's like a blank slate, unaware of whether it'll end up as a John, a Jane, or a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's during the first several weeks that the blueprints for nipples get laid out, long before the sex of the fetus determines whether it'll need to make milk someday. Funny, isn't it? It's like building a car with a coffee maker installed, even though you might not drink coffee. But hey, who's complaining? It's always coffee time somewhere. Now, some may argue, if men don't use their nipples, why haven't they disappeared through evolution? Well, evolution is a bit like a lazy housekeeper. It doesn't clean up what's not causing a mess. And let's face it, male nipples aren't exactly causing chaos. They're not like that one cousin who shows up uninvited to every family gathering, eats all the food, and then starts a political debate. So, in the grand scheme of things, male nipples are just innocent bystanders in the evolutionary process. They're like those buttons on your jacket that you never use but are there because, well, they just are. And there you have it, the fascinating tale of why men have nipples. It's not a story of necessity, but rather one of biological coincidence. Men's nipples are like the appendix of the torso, present, but not particularly useful. To end on a lighter note, here's a joke. Why did the male nipple go to therapy? Because it had a sense of uselessness. But remember, even if they're not functional, they're still part of the body. So let's give a round of applause for the male nipple, the unsung hero of the human torso.